Dr. Gonzo Boogie again. My last video I showed my whole entire Anchor Bay collection, but somehow excluded one DVD, which is The Hills Have Eyes. Somehow I overlooked this one when I was going through everything. But this is one of my favorite Wes Craven movies. This and The Last House on the Left are two of my favorite movies he did. Both are really good examples of exploitation movies where, you know, they go really far in the violence and everything, but they still have really good stories and artistic value to them. And I also wanted to show these two things with my Anchor Bay collection too, because I used to have both of these movies on Anchor Bay, but updated to Elite editions. Night of the Living Dead, because I used to own the 30th anniversary edition, which if you've ever owned that, you know it sucks. And this is just a basic edition, and I'm not a huge fan of the cover, but it has the original movie with the original score. You know, it's not screwed around with, so I bought it. But the red edition by Elite too is really good too. But the Elite editions I think are the best for Night of the Living Dead quality wise. And then this is Reanimator, which I used to have the 2-disc Anchor Bay edition, but I bought this one. Well, I got this one from a friend and then sold my Anchor Bay one just because I loved the way it looked. It has the original poster on the cover and just you know, it's got the some good features. Not as many as the Anchor Bay, but pretty close. And just a cool addition. And I'm glad I have it. But for the rest of this video, I'm going to be showing my Midnite Movie collection, which they release a lot of B movies, a lot of like Vincent Price movies, a lot of like 50s, 60s, 70s, even 80s, just fun horror movies, a lot of different genres and styles, but they're all under the same like sort of packaging and logo, which says Midnite Movie. So I put them together on my DVD shelf, and this is my collection. The first one I have is The Fall of the House of Usher, which has Vincent Price in it, and it's directed by Roger Corman, the great Roger Corman, who does a lot of films in a lot of different genres too. And this was the first one they did that Roger Corman and Vincent Price did together, I think, for an Edgar Allan Poe story. And this is a really good one. Definitely would suggest this one. And then this is a 2-pack. One of these is a Vincent Price movie, and the other isn't, but they're both directed and produced by Roger Corman, so they're both really good. But the fact that Vincent Price isn't in both of them is a little sad, because I wish both of them had Vincent Price in it, since they're in my Vincent Price collection. But you know, it's other than that, it still fits though. And this is Twice Told Tales, which is great. I like this one. It's kind of like a horror anthology with a bunch of different stories. My favorite story was I think the last one with a girl who has like this like weird poisonous plant stuff in her blood, and it's a pretty good one. That one is probably my favorite from this one. And this is another Vincent Price movie, the Dr. Phibes movie, or the Abominable Dr. Phibes, which is a really fun Vincent Price movie. Came out in '71, and it just a classic Vincent Price. And you know, this one is kind of cheesy and perfect example of what a midnight movie is, you know. And then here is Die Monster Die, which has the legend Boris Karloff. He's still kicking around, doing what he does best too. And in this movie, he's not a main character, but he plays a pretty good character in this movie. So it's, he's in it for a while, but it's actually based on a H.P. Lovecraft story, which Reanimator, which I showed earlier in this video, is also based on an H.P. Lovecraft story. But this is really good. And the fact that it's based on an H.P. Lovecraft story makes it even cooler, because H.P. Lovecraft is just a crazy author, and just he writes about some just crazy stuff. And this is a Mario Bava movie called Planet of the Vampires. And if you saw my last video where I showed my Anchor Bay collection, I mentioned Mario Bava, how he's kind of the godfather of the Italian horror films, and his son directed a lot of movies too, Lamberto Bava, but not as many as his dad. And this is a pretty good movie. It's crazy. You can tell that it inspired a lot of the Italian horror directors in the lighting and everything, but it's well done. The quality in this movie is almost amazing for probably what its budget actually was. Definitely good. It's in color and came out in '65. So definitely a good example of a Mario Bava movie, even though maybe not as crazy as some of his more like horror movies, like Black Sabbath and everything. And here is a 2-pack of Amicus movies. I think that's how you say their name. They're like a production company, kind of like Hammer, and they used a lot of the same actors that Hammer used, and it was at the same time. So it's kind of like more Hammer films, but they're not as good. But these two are really good, and I would recommend both of them. The second one, Volta Horror, has Tom Baker, who played the classic, like the famous Doctor Who. He's in one of the skits as a painter, and that one's really cool, the Volta Horror, because they take like an elevator down to hell, and it's one of they're both like anthology movies, but they're pretty fun. And the Tales from the Crypt one, it has the Santa killer skit before it was done for the show, because both of these came out in the 70s. It's not as good as the one in the show, but it's still worth checking out if you like Christmas horror stuff or killer Santa Clauses, because it's definitely an early example of Christmas, like a killer Santa. And then this is a 2-pack that I got. Chosen Survivor is like a post-apocalyptic movie, which is pretty good. And I actually really enjoyed that one more than I thought. I think that one is a 70s movie, but the other one on here, The Earth Dies Screaming, is a 60s post-apocalyptic type movie. But in this one, it's directed by Terrence Fisher, who directed a lot of the classic Hammer movies. He directed most of my favorite Hammer movies. So I bought this pack just for him, pretty much. But found out that both movies are definitely enjoyable. And again, this is a Midnite movie, but this one is from 20th Century Fox, which the other 2-pack is from that too. And it's weird because some of them are from MGM and some are 20th Century Fox. I don't know how that works. If somebody knows about that, definitely make a comment or something. But I don't know. I think it's kind of weird how both companies release Midnite movies with the same logo and everything. But it's cool. Maybe they work together or something like that. And then this is a cool 2-pack. Invaders from Mars is a Tobe Hooper movie, which he's the director of Texas Chainsaw Massacre 1 and 2, which are awesome. And then the other movie on here is Strange Invaders, which I still haven't gotten around to watching yet, but I was probably going to be watching that soon, because I just bought this pack kind of recently, probably like a month ago. And again, Midnight Movie. This one, is released by MGM, which is definitely cool. And then these last two I have here are 4 packs, which I bought at Kmart for only like $5-6 each. So I thought that was a deal. This one has The Last Man on Earth with Vincent Price, this is the only edition I have of that, and I think this is a good quality edition since it's released by a major movie studio, not just a budget release. And then it has The Land That Time Forgot, which is based on a story written by Michael Moorcock, who's a famous sci-fi author who I'm a pretty big fan of. He wrote the book Behold the Man, which is one of my favorite sci-fi books. But The Land That Time Forgot, I guess, is based off of one of his stories or something like that, or he wrote the screenplay for it. But it's pretty good. Just some fun science fiction type movies. And then this pack has the two classic Phantom from 10,000 League movies and the Beast with a Million Eyes, whatever. Those are pretty fun. They're not really my cup of tea, but I had to watch them just for how classic they are. And then the other two, though, what I bought this pack for is War Gods of the Deep, which has Vincent Price in it, which is definitely cool. There he is, got his crazy beard, but that was a pretty cool movie. And then the other reason I bought this pack too is because this one, At the Earth's Core, has Peter Cushing, who is in a lot of Hammer movies, and I'm a big fan of him too. So, but it's not a Hammer movie or an Amicus movie, but it's also really good. But that is my Midnight Movie collection, and my next video I think is gonna be me showing my Warner Brothers cased sci-fi movies, which might not be something that a lot of people collect, but I have a little space on my shelf where I just have sci-fi movies that are released in the old school Warner Brothers cases, and I was going to show that collection next.